So the Phillies dropped 2 of 3 to the Diamondbacks weekend. They take the first game of the series 8-2, but then they lose the second one 3-4, and then they just get absolutely shelled in the third game. Two? Is that they returned. No. The Diamondbacks scored 9 against us. Yes, we lost that game 9-2. So it was a less than stellar series from the Phillies. Um, it was really an uneven season series against the D-backs. The first series that we played against them back in May, um, we split that one. We had a 4-game series with each team winning 2, and then we dropped the series this past weekend to them losing 2 out of 3. It wasn't what you wanted to see from the Phillies. Hopefully, this can be stay just a minor hiccup. Pitching performances weren't great. Um, None of our starters, I believe, went more than 4 innings. In the first game, even though we won, Walker didn't get the win. He only went 4. Aaron Nola, Aaron Nola, he went 5 in the third. He was holding it together early on in the game. He gave up a run, which wasn't entirely his fault because Alex tried to back shoulder catch for an infield hit. I thought it would have gone down as an error on Alec Bohm, but just because of the degree of the play to be made, it was deemed too difficult. So the hit. Aaron Nola, he was holding up fine for the first 5 innings. It didn't came to 6, and Diamondbacks got after him. They chased him off the field, and they scored the winning run in that 6 innings. It was a disappointing game considering that Aaron Nola had pitched much better than he had in the past. The last game he pitched actually was the Royals game, and he got slammed. It was a fairly solid rebound effort, but ultimately it wasn't enough to win. In fact, he was discredited with the loss. So that was disappointing. And then in the rubber game, um, we just got the the Phillies. As I mentioned, they lost that one 9-2. Um, and Ranger Suarez in that game, and he just got as well. Um, he didn't last more than 4 innings either. Giving up 6 earned. I mean, it's funny because the Eagles game, which was on earlier in the day, that was really all the talk of the city, all the talk of the town throughout the day. So by the time the Phillies came on, um, I guess very few people were thinking about the Phillies because of the Eagles and how they won their game in comeback fashion to move up to 3-0. So um, Phillies just kind of slid under the radar a little bit, but there was still a lot to play for in this game. Um, Obviously, you know, now that the Phillies have clinched the National League East, clinched the division, now it becomes Dodger watch. The Dodgers are trailing us for that second bye in the playoffs. Um, excuse me. Uh, the Brewers have locked up the National League Central, and they're pretty much going to get that first bye. So now it's just comes down to us and the Dodgers trying to get that second bye. The Phillies' magic number, I believe, is 2 to clinch. All they have to do is just win 2 of the next of the final 6 games that they have to play. They will have lost concede in the playoffs, relegating the Dodgers to a wild card match. So, um, it was a disappointing series, but hopefully for guys like Ranger Suarez and Aaron Nola, I guess you can say, and Taiwan Walker too, because he's like it or not, he's going to have to he's going to play a part in this postseason run. Whether it's good or bad remains to be seen. That's up in the air, but hopefully for those guys on the pitching staff, this this series against the Diamondbacks will kind of get it out of their system. Get it out there. Um, they will have gotten their bad start out the way, and they'll be good for the next um, several starts that they have going into the playoffs. You don't want to see them scuffling. I think that they'll probably get one more each. That would be my guess. Um, but I would imagine that they would probably not be in the game long because we want to keep them fresh for the playoffs. So maybe they go 3 or 4 innings. I mean, of course, we still have something to play for. That second bye is still up for grabs. So um, we still this next series coming up is going to be important. But if we can take care of our business and we can lock up this concede sooner rather than later, you'll probably maybe even see them rested. You might even see a couple of bullpen games. But if they do play, um, it probably wouldn't be long. It might be 3 or 4 innings, maybe 5 if Thompson wants to let them try and get a credit for a victory. Add that to their resume um, as the regular season enters its final stages. So um, Phillies are done on the road for the regular season. It wasn't a great end to our road trip this year. I mean, it is what it is. We still got unfinished business. This next series that we have coming up against the Marlins, a 3-game series. Last time we played them 2 weeks ago, we took 2 of 3 from them in Miami. So if we can take 2 of 3 from them here, said that'll nip this second seed, first round bye in the bud, and we'll be able to get these guys some much needed rest for the playoffs. Start on October 4th, 2 weeks from this coming Saturday. It'll be big. It'll be big. So no, a week. Sorry, a week from this coming Saturday. I'm got my calendar days all mixed up. A week from this coming Saturday. So that's even more important to get this first round bye. Some of these guys some rest, get them get their minds right, shift into playoff mode, and get ready to make this run. The Marlins they always play us tough. Again, those division games are tricky, but I don't think we have too much trouble with them. Um, go and get this thing to bed. Sanchez is on the mound tonight. Imagine that he's going to be locked in. He's going to be ready to play. I'm looking forward to seeing him go out there and dominate. I'm not sure what he's done against the Mariners, but I don't have it in front of me right now, so can't quite look at the numbers and what he's done. But um, nevertheless, he's our ace. Um, to go out there and put up another quality start and get this thing rolling. Um, Dodgers are in Arizona, so hopefully the Diamondbacks will put on the Dodgers what they did to us this past weekend. Um, then after the Dodgers finish up in Arizona, they go to Seattle to close out the regular season. The Seattle Mariners, they're playing some good baseball too. I watched them sweep Houston Astros, and the Mariners are in the driver's seat for the American League West. It's been a long while since the Mariners have been relevant in the postseason. So I'm happy for them. I said earlier, some time ago, that maybe we could have a Phillies Mariners World Series. That would be kind of. But yeah, so I'll be watching the Phillies, but I'll be keeping an eye on the Dodgers to make sure to see what's going on out there. But focus on our business first. Handle what we got to handle, and then we'll look ahead to Phil's Marlins tonight. Let's go in there, defend home field, and get us one step closer to our ultimate goal. We can hopefully check on getting that round bye off the list.